Okay, quick video of the iOS 5 beta. Alright, what we have here, as shown in the WWDC thing, the alert, the notification, I guess you'd call it. So I can slide that to reply or just unlock. Also on the home screen, if you double tap, you now see the camera button. And you have options up there, grid on, HDR on, and volume down doesn't work as a shutter button, but volume up does. It actually takes a lot longer to save the HDR than iOS 4 did, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's using a better HDR algorithm or what, but I did notice that it's taking quite a bit longer to save. So hopefully it'll turn out better. Alright, let's see. Basics, calendar. When we view the calendar, all the calendars, we can now see iCloud calendars. So that's kind of cool. There's also a little button down here. I don't remember if this was here before. I didn't notice it, but if you tap it, invitations. I think it might have been there. I don't remember. I just decided to include that. Alright. One thing to note is they separated music and videos. So we no longer have an iPod app that does music and videos. Now we're just like the iPod Touch and the iPad, where we have two split things. I don't understand why they did that, and they didn't just, for the iPod Touch and iPad, merge the video and music into an iPod app. I think it's stupid to have two apps that pretty much do the same thing. But anyways, whatever. Alright. I'm not going to go over Newsstand. I don't use it. I'm not going to like it. I don't care about it. Whatever. Alright. Quick thing. Settings. Because that's where all the new little tweaks are. If you notice, the on-off buttons are a little more rounded. Notifications. When you go to notifications, you can choose to either sort manually or by time. If you do manually, edit, and you can move them around. You can move them around. Also, you'll notice one thing, weather widget. This is the same widget as, this is the same weather app, the Yahoo's native stock, or the native Yahoo weather app. Thank you. Cannot talk. I guess it does actually serve a purpose now. I don't know if Apple's gonna let app developers now turn their apps into widget capable apps. That'd be kind of cool, but that'd be neat. Also, when you go into one, you can choose to have it in the notification center, show 1, 5, or 10 recent items, view in the lock screen, and choose your alert style. You can either choose it to be none, banner, which pops in from the top, which I'll show you in a sec, or the alerts, the normal alerts that we have now in 4.x that we all hate. And you can also tell it not to do badge icons. Alright, let me show you the messages, the banners. You all should have seen them in the WWDC, but in case you live under a rock, I'll show you. Okay, watch the top. Scrolls in from the top. And if I drag, whoa, son of a cripes. WTF. I'm gonna fix that. Crap. Yeah, but you drag in from the top, and then you can see that. There's my weather widget, live updates, and I can tap on that to go straight to it. Or same in the lock screen, so I'm not gonna, oh well, now it's not showing up. Fantastic. Let me put this back where it was. Stupid piece of bloody hell. Where was it? No, it was, yeah, over there. Alright, let's try that again. Bloody hell, come on. Alright. It did this for me a few times, but it is a beta, so I'm not complaining. I hate people who download and install betas and then complain, oh, this isn't working the way it's supposed to. I know it's a beta. Okay, there it is. Scroll down, messages. If you click the little, tap the X, it changes to clear. Now you can clear it instead of seeing it. And also if you tap the widget, it'll open up the Yahoo weather. Or if we have other widgets like the stock app, you can open that up. Back to settings. Okay, notifications are done. Location services, pretty much the same. Sounds, the same, except there are more options. New voicemail, new mail, sent mail. And for those who want clarification, text tone. There are no new text, or there are not customizable. You can buy your more tones. I'm not exactly sure what that means. But original and the new ones, you can't make your own ones, which, yes, sucks. Vibration patterns, we have vibration patterns. We can do alert, heartbeat, rapid, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, so this may be completely pointless to go through each one. And you can create your own one. Oh my god, I can't speak, bloody hell. Let's see, let's do a 1 2 1 2 3. And so you can set that as your customized vibration. So that's actually kind of cool. Brightness is the same, wallpaper is the same. General, okay. First thing in general, if you go to about, oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot to open this video with this 5.0, just so you all know it is 5.0. If you see the name, you can now change the name on your phone. And next one, software update. You can download your software OTA over the air. Sadly, since this is a beta, I will still have to connect to the computer. Usage is changed. It's kind of cool. You can now see, once this finishes loading and reading my phone, you can see all the apps and how much each app is taking up. There is one curious thing that I wanted to show you. If we go into the iPod one, for some reason if I do edit, I'm not sure if that's going to delete all my music or what, but I decided not to try because I really don't want to. But it's kind of cool. You can see each app and how much they're taking up, show all apps, whatnot. You can also view iCloud's storage, so that's kind of cool. And you can manage your storage. You can buy more storage or whatnot. So you can see the backup size, last backup, which I didn't do, so it shouldn't be doing that, and option to choose the delete the backup, and backup options, which are loading. Not exactly sure what that is. Yeah, not gonna wait for that one. Next one, iTunes Sync. iTunes Sync over the air. So pretty much, I'm not sure why this isn't working because it says sync will resume when Sour Apple Mac is available, and this is Sour Apple Mac, so I'm not sure why it's not seeing it because they're both on the same Wi-Fi network, but it's a beta. I'm not really that concerned with it. I may have to go into iTunes. Actually, let's check that out really quickly right now and see. So devices, automatic downloads, check for available downloads, advanced. Yeah, off the top of my head, it doesn't really show anything at the moment, which would be preventing me from doing the OTA syncing. So I'm not exactly sure why it's not. As cool as it is, I really don't care right now. I'm used to plugging it in, so no biggie. I may look later. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, back to the iPhone. So right now I can't sync over the air, but once it's released to the general public, once the GA, the general announcement, iOS 5 is released, this should be fully active, and actually by beta 3 or 4 it should be active for me. Everything else is pretty much the same. Spotlight search, the only thing that's really been added is reminders for that reminder app. I'm not going to go over the reminder app. It's cool, but if you really want to know about the reminder app, look it up. I'm sure someone else has done a YouTube. One interesting thing is, in the general, if you go into keyboard, let's say down at shortcuts, let's say you type laugh out loud a lot, but someone like me hates when you type LOL. Like, I really hate it. I'm probably going to do this to my friends once they get iOS 5. I can't spell words out. So now when I type LOL, it will suggest that I am wanting to type I can't spell words out. Save that, and then let's go back to the text messages, and then we will type LOL, and it suggests that I want to type I can't spell words out. So that's kind of cool. For those of you who use a lot of abbreviations, you can actually put them into your custom shortcut dictionary and act as if you can actually type. Seriously though, I'm just making fun of you guys. I hate LOL, ROFL, LMAO, all that stuff. Anyways, alright. Now, iCloud. Look it up if you really want to know what it is. It's pretty much a backup, so you never have to really sync your phone. Great, because I have a lot of people who have iPhones who've never touched their computer with it, and it drives me crazy. So once iOS 5 is released, I never have to do anything for them except initially set this up for them. But pretty much sync your mail, calendar, contacts, all this stuff. Now this stuff is free. They did say it was free. The iTunes match or sync match, whatever it is, where it checks the songs you have and offers to download them, that is not free. But the iCloud, this backup, is free. You also have the option storage and backup. You can also buy more storage. Button doesn't work right now, thankfully. And backup to iCloud, backup now, whatnot. Now, I'm not exactly sure how big a backup will be on iCloud. On my computer, let me see. On my computer, a backup is about, for my phone, a backup is about 795 megs. Of course, I have a lot of music and a lot of pictures and apps and whatnot, so it may vary if you have less apps and less stuff. Well, obviously it will vary. Yours will probably be a few hundred megs, if that much. So that's that. Twitter, I don't use Twitter. I have a Twitter, but I only use it to follow business accounts, so I haven't signed in, so I don't know all the little details about this. But there's Twitter. Come on. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Nothing's changed with the iPhone, with the phone. FaceTime, nothing really changed. You can choose what you want to be reached at for FaceTime. Safari, you can now choose, you can now choose to open links in background or in a new page. Private browsing you can turn on or off if you watch a lot or browse a lot of porn or other questionable sites. Turn that on. Messages, this is where iMessages comes in. iPhone or Apple's answer to BlackBerry Messenger. I'm going to keep it off, but I'll show you what happens when you turn it on. After it waits for activation. And waits for activation. There we go. It says iMessages can be sent between iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. Kind of cool. Yeah, I guess so. Send read receipts. You can turn it on. Pretty much what this does is it's kind of like if somebody sends me an iMessage and I have this on, when I open that iMessage, it'll ping their phone and say, hey, you know, the message you sent has been opened. So, yeah. There's also send as SMS. what this does is when you can't send through iMessage, I guess if they have another phone other than an iPhone, it'll send it as an SMS. I'd rather, oh, and you can also choose where to receive it, kind of like FaceTime. I rather would keep this off and just use SMSs, because in this day and age, even though they've gotten rid of unlimited data plans, who doesn't have unlimited texting? So why not just send it as a straight SMS anyways? Then we have the music app. Nothing's changed in that. Video app. Store. Oh, photos. You can turn photo stream on or off. Pretty much what this does is when you take a photo, it uploads it, and if you have photo stream turned on another iDevice and you're logged into the same iTunes account, it'll download it to that one. I don't have it on because I take my pictures off, put it to my what's it called, computer, put it in iPhoto, and then sync it back to the phone. So it's kind of pointless to me. HDR, keep the normal photo, whatnot, same options. Now store, if we go to store, and when I first accessed the store, I had to actually wait for about 10 seconds for this to show up. So if it doesn't show up right away, don't freak out. Just let it sit. Music on, apps on. Now what this means is, and cellular on and off. What this means is if I have apps on and I am signed into the same iTunes account on an iOS 5 device elsewhere like my iPad 2, and I have this on, when I download an app to the iPad 2, it'll automatically download it to this one since I have apps on. Same with music, but I don't use that. And cellular means that it'll download over 3G or whatnot. I'm not exactly sure what that means for a app that is over 20 megabytes, because we do have that limit, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Pretty much that's the whole gist of the iOS 5, and I'm sure there's more stuff coming out. So that's iOS 5, and that's actually kind of cool. I don't really have any big opinions. I will tell you that to install the beta, I did break the jailbreak. I went back to Team Pure. I think it's legitimately worth it. I will miss Byte SMS, and also the one thing that I did like about Lock Info was that I could see my calendar, what was upcoming, so I will kind of miss that. But overall, it's, you know, if you were just jailbreaking for notifications or something like that, it's worth it. I think it is. It's kind of cool. Now to answer a few quick questions that I know will pop up. This bar up in the top left, that's a decibel meter. Decibel can measure sound or frequency or stuff like that. The way you get that is go into phone, go into the keypad, push star 3001 pound 12345 pound star, and then hit call. You'll be taken into the field test. Now once you're in the field test, hold the power button until it says power off, and then once you do that, hold the home button. Before we had the multitasking dock, also quick trivia, before the fast app switcher dock, the multitasking dock, whatever you want to call this thing down here, before that came into play, holding the power button down and then holding the home key once the power off came up was the only way to kill apps. Now we just kind of hold it down from there and kill it right there, but I just kind of like totally got out of it. Once you enter that code and you're in the field test, you notice up in the left it's got the little number sign, and if you hold it and kill the app, if I hit the home button, then it'll go back to the I don't know what I'm saying. Ignore that, what I just said. And you can tap that to swap it out. So I have numerical, the decibel signal, and if you tap it, I have the bars. Pretty much I keep it on the decibel meter because it's more accurate. The closer it is to, I guess, the negatives going down, the bigger the number is. So like -49, -51, -53, that means you're probably standing within visual range of a cell tower. The higher it is, 103, 121, stuff like that. 121 probably means you're gonna hop off of the 3G network and go onto Edge because you're in a pretty crummy reception. Also, the Wi-Fi meter, some of you may have noticed that I have a decibel meter for that. The only way to get that on iOS 5 or any iOS legitimately where it's not jailbroken is to jailbreak your device, install SB settings. In SB settings, go into more, tell it to do a numerical Wi-Fi meter, and then do a backup of that jailbreak, then upgrade, update, or whatever to legit iOS firmware, an official firmware without jailbreaking, and then restore from the backup that you took for that. And that's how you'll get a Wi-Fi meter. Let's see, what was some other stuff? I have been asked questions. Oh, that is my bike. Yes, it is my bike. Stereo stop, that's called an audio stereoscope. So pretty much if you look at it, the camera taken from this angle, and that's, if you look at it dead on and cross your eyes, it'll turn 3D. Also, the skins on my phone, they're called Gelaskins, so go to gelaskins.com and you can get those. It's, let's see, Golf, Echo, Lima, Alpha, Sam, Kilo, India, November, Sam.com. And so yeah, that's where you can get those skins. I'm just going over a few things because I've been asked several times about this kind of stuff. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, that's right, iMessage. So the whole iMessage thing, oh, okay, let's, iMessages, when it's turned on, come on, I'm getting tired. Okay, let's turn iMessage on, waiting for activation. Apple must be wondering, what the heck is this kid doing? His iTunes account is activated and deactivated iMessage multiple times. Alright, so we'll send something to myself. Hi. Oh, now it's a blue button. It was a green button. Crazy. Okay, it's blue. So, pretty much, a text message is green, and iMessage is blue. Oh, I understand. When you have iMessage off, the send button becomes green to indicate that it's blue. Or to indicate that it's a text, sorry. So the way it's blue now, if we go turn iMessage off, because I hate iMessage. The send button now turns to green. Cool. Alright, and it also will show you that it says iMessage right there, and up there it says text message. So I think that's pretty much all that I really have to show of iOS 5. So that's iOS 5. I mean, there are probably better videos, but I just want to do my own quick video since I do kind of detail each beta and discuss it